Alright, we're back at the park with Maya. I don't know if you can hear me the best because of the freeways right next to us, but this seems to be the area that I can do videos because there's not really any people around, so I don't feel so weird talking to my phone. People do walk around the trail, but I don't think they're going to bother us. Maya actually just wants to chase all the squirrels down. So we spend a lot of our time in the grass area chasing all the squirrels. She has her sweater on because it's kind of cold out today. She was wearing a coat, but the Velcro on it's not the best and just kept slipping off. The Velcro kept coming undone. Every time she chases a squirrel, the Velcro tears loose from around her chest, so she spends half the time with the coat just dangling on the leash. But yeah, so I don't know, kind of an update a little bit, changing our plan, I don't know if anybody watches my other videos, but we have been looking for a van to live in full time for multiple reasons. That's our plan, and we kind of downsized a bit, and we're hoping that we still have enough space, but for multiple reasons we have decided that we're going to try to find a Dodge Grand Caravan within our price range, and with the obviously the features we need. There's a couple features that we're looking for. She just wants to chase the squirrels though. Thankfully they have a fence over there, so if your pet gets loose, they can't get into the freeway. But so yeah. Looking at the Dodge Grand Caravans because they have the stow and go seating. They're not the biggest minivans, but I think the stow and go come in handy. Come on, Maya, let's go this way so we get away from the freeway. Come on. They're not the biggest, but they have the stow and go seating. And we're obviously going to take the seats out and then use the stow and go for storage as best as possible. And then with our build, it's pretty much going to be no build. We're just going to have everything be flexible that we can move things at night, move it in the morning, and just have a routine and lay out like a foam mattress at night and roll it up in the morning, and then just use that space in the back as wisely and as best as possible during the day and at night. I still plan on getting solar, setting up just like a small solar setup, maybe like 400 watts at the most. I know that doesn't sound small to some people who have vans and they manage to get away with like 100. I guess if I'm going to be like conservative about it, we could probably get away with 200 watts of solar, but it's going to be the winter and the sun is just not going to be as strong to charge everything up. So I'd rather be safer and try to have a bigger system. Honestly, I don't know. It's going to just all be live and learn because I don't know how much it's going to take to charge it and what we're actually going to get out of it. So, but I think with that, we could just put the solar panels on like the roof rack, attach it to the roof rack of the van. As long as yeah, I think we can install a roof rack too if it doesn't come with it, but it should. It's better than trying to drill it into the roof or anything like that. Come on, Maya. Hang on a second. There's people walking. I really hate to stop the video, but I don't want to have other people in the video and have it be weird. He's just working out over here because you can work out. It's a little bit quieter this way, so I kind of want to keep walking this way. I'll just be quiet and stop talking for a minute. Okay, anyway. More people. Come over here. Hey, be nice. Oh. Jeez. She didn't do anything, but she like walked up to him a little bit more, lot more friendlier than I'd want her to be. I want her to be friendly, but I don't want her just to walk up to people, and I don't know what her intentions were anyway. Okay, so I'm recording this on my phone, and I really don't want to have to edit anything, so I apologize for just not talking for a minute there. Okay, there are like too many people out here for me to feel comfortable recording. Maybe I just need to get used to people. Just ignore it. Might just sit down or something. Well, anyways, right now we're searching for Dodge Grand Caravans, thinking like a 2012, because it's, I mean, that's older model, but we don't need anything too fancy, and that's newer than the car we have right now by a couple of years, so I'm gonna pause it just a second. Alright, well, she was not friendly with that interaction. A woman stopped us. I had paused the video because just too much interlude of me not even, or intermission, whatever the word is, I don't know, of me not talking or anything about what I want to talk about. But a woman came up and asked if Maya was nice, and I said sometimes she's nice, and then Maya barked at her, and I'm like, yep, sometimes, not all the time. It just depends. Usually if I'm holding Maya and I'm like I'm just telling her be nice or it's okay, she'll be fine. But yeah, it was weird why she just like walked up to that one guy, like started to walk towards him. Suspicious, but I just stopped her before she could walk up to him because I don't know if she was walking up to him to just smell him or to bark at him. But she got really close to him before she barked. So it was weird that she barked at this other lady that actually wanted to pet her, actually wanted to say hi to her. Anyway, so looking at minivans, basically looking at the Dodge Grand Caravan. We were looking at the Chryslers as well, the Town and Countries, but I mean, who knows, we might go back to one of those vans, I'm not sure. I'm just looking for the Dodge version right now, because the Chryslers, there's just a couple things about them, and then there's a couple of things about the Dodge that I'm just going back and forth and I'm not sure, because I don't like the clock that they have in the Chrysler vans. I don't really like the front end. I feel like it looks more like a grandma van, whereas like the Dodge just looks like you could put some storage racks on it and put a hitch, like a hitch rack, whatever you call it, on there. And it won't look so weird. It'll look a little bit sporty. I feel like the other one, it would just look kind of, I don't know, just look weird if it had all this, like, storage on it. And then, yeah, I don't like the clock that's inside of the van, inside of the Chryslers. And also, they discontinued the Chryslers in 2017. They're now like the Chrysler Pacifica. I can't speak. So, if we were to get a Chrysler Town and Country and we wanted to upgrade in the future, not that I don't know when we'd be able to upgrade to 2018, it'd be a few years, but unless we came into some money or something changed in our circumstances. But anyways, what I'm saying is, in the future, I know they have 2020 Dodge Caravans, so if we wanted to upgrade to something newer, as far as I know, they're still making Dodge Caravans. And I'm kind of the type of person that if I have a vehicle and I like it, and it gets old, I might want to get the same type of vehicle. So it's nice that they make it. And then when I looked at the Chrysler Pacificas today, I saw one today, it just looks so small and like looks too crossover-ish. It doesn't look minivan enough anymore. And I know that's nice for some people because they want to be able to have a minivan and an SUV, the combination, but it needs to be long enough to be actually livable. And the other thing about the Dodge Grand Caravan is the fact that you can roll down the back windows. One of the complaints not complaint, but just concern that we had about the Chevy Express is that if we got the cargo van, there'd be absolutely no windows except for the doors, and those wouldn't roll down for any type of cross ventilation. And we're going to get like a max air fan on top, but it's nice that the windows roll down in the minivan. Again, it's a way smaller space, so it's definitely going to be a compromise. But the other thing, I was just like doing the math in my head. I'm like, okay, well, 13 mpg combined for a Chevy Express, or 20 combined for a Dodge Grand Caravan. 7 isn't that big of a deal. 7 isn't like a huge number, but it is, and at the same time, because for the same amount of gas money, you'd be able to get 2,000 miles for the same price in a Dodge Grand Caravan that you would only be able to get 1,300 miles in a Chevy Express. So if you're taking a trip, you would lose about 700 miles to the gallon overall if you were going that far of a distance, if that makes any sense. Would you be losing it? I don't know. Well, yeah, pretty much losing 700 miles for the same amount of money that you'd spend. There was other things too that I'm trying to remember about, but oh yeah, like, does anybody expect that someone's living in a Dodge Grand Caravan? I don't think so. Not really. Not unless they really look at it, and if I put solar panels on it and it's super noticeable. I mean, once I add the solar panels, it really takes away like any type of indistinguishability, whatever, you know. You know what I'm trying to say. It really makes it noticeable, but for the most part, nobody's gonna be like, oh, that's a Dodge Grand Caravan. Those people are sleeping in that. We need to knock on their window and tell them they need to move. Like, no, if we have a Dodge Grand Caravan at the park all day, she's pooping, so I'm gonna not record her for a second. But if we have a Dodge Grand Caravan at the park, it's not gonna be as weird if it was just like a white, creepy cargo van. I gotta pick this up and get back to you guys in a second.